Keith, hello. It's really good to see you. After yesterday's news conference at Villa Park, I think there was a feeling that next time it would probably be Alan Pardew that we saw. No offence, but no. It isn't.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint you there. No, it's still they're still talking at the moment. There's no problems at all. Alan was at the training ground this morning. We've had a staff meeting. We spoke about a number of things. He spoke to the players. We've had training. And the people there, I think the lawyers and that, and just finalising the contract, I think. So there's no issues, it's just the timing, it's taken a bit longer than they expected.
It's nothing to do with bringing in other backroom staff
no,
or anything like that?
No, there's no issues with staff. I think it's just the paperwork.
What do you think the likely time frame is before he puts pen to paper?
Well, we're preparing for the game obviously on Sunday, and Alan's got his head round. I'm sure he'll be taking the game, so hopefully they'll be looking to do an announcement tomorrow. But we said that yesterday, so I can't give you a time scale on it. But we're certainly preparing for Alan to take the team and training tomorrow.
And will he pick the side for the Dover game?
We spoke about it. We've gone through the squad. Obviously, he's learning a lot about the players. He saw them yesterday. He's really pleased with what he saw. So we've gone through the squad. There's a few little knocks, but in general he'll pick the team, and obviously he's asked us for our opinions, but it will be his team that he picks.
And what's he told you about how much he's looking forward to being manager at Crystal Palace?
Well, I think he's excited because it's Crystal Palace and it means a lot to him, but I think he's also excited because of the group of players he's inheriting, and he can see what they're about. The last couple of games he's watched, he's obviously played against us as well when he's at Newcastle, so he knows what we're about. I think he's excited as well that he can bring another dimension to our play. Certainly from an attacking point of view, we all know we need to score more goals, and so I'm sure he can't wait to get on the training ground and start working with the lads.
He was certainly there bright and early this morning before 8:30. He was there. So, and did he actually watch training, take it? What was his role?
We spoke about what we were going to do, and he left it to myself and Ben, and he was busy in the office today. Plenty of talking and going on.
But you expect him to be in charge for that game with Dover, and I mean it's a chance of a first win in 9, and also a potential banana skin, isn't it?
Yeah, we realise how tough it's going to be, and Dover on a good run. I mean, they're on a great run themselves, so it's their cup final. We've got to make sure the lads are mentally prepared. We've got a few little knocks. We have to assess them tomorrow. We've had a lot of games and we've not rotated the team too much, so there's a few tired legs. So I think it's a case of really seeing who's fit and ready and up for the fight, because that's what we've got to get our heads around. That we're going to go there and it's got to be a battle. The pitch probably isn't as good as what we used to. All them sort of things, tight ground, and they'd be up for it. And we've got to make sure we're ready and match them in that respect.
Well, certainly Alan has said before in recent seasons that he always takes the cup competitions very seriously. When he was at Newcastle, he put out strong sides even in the early rounds. I mean, without giving away too many secrets, would you anticipate it to be a reasonably strong side that will go out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be the strongest team we can get out that we think will win the game. And I don't think it matters if it's an FA Cup game or a Premier League game. It's our next game, and we've got to prepare. We do all our homework on Dover. We show them the respect we show Premier League teams, so the lads will know what they're coming up against, and the team we put out hopefully will be good enough on the day.
And having had Dover watched carefully, what are your thoughts about them? What can you tell us?
They play an unusual shape. They're not just a rigid shape, so we've had to watch quite a few games to try and work out what they're about. So we've got to be ready for that. They get the ball forward. They've got dangerous front men. We hopefully know what we're going to come up against, and we've got to make sure that we cause them problems as well.
Although it's a time of flux, it must also be a time of excitement at Crystal Palace with a new man about to come in.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, you can see there's a buzz around the place. The lads in training. I think the two performances, you can see what the group are like. I think they wanted to show the new manager yesterday how good we can be, and we're unfortunate really not to come away with a win. So it's exciting times, and some of the conversations I've had with him already, We're looking to change a few things, and hopefully with the January window as well, I mean the time is good that we can bring in hopefully a few players to help the group we've got and improve us.
Keith, can I just clarify then that you think that Alan Pardew's first official game in charge will be Sunday and not the Spurs game?
He's hoping to get it all done for Sunday. He's hopeful. The way we've been speaking, what we're going to do tomorrow on the training ground, it looks like it should all be done yet.
And in terms of the quest ahead, comparisons will of course be drawn with Tony Pulis pulling off the Great Escape last season. Crystal Palace in a better position as he's taking over. So is it all feeling quite positive from the points of views of conversations you've had with Alan?
Yeah, but I think that one of the things in our favour is we have been there and done it before last year. Like you say, we was in a similar position. We was actually bottom of the league, I think it's near the end of January. So even when Tony come in, it wasn't an instant turnaround. We knew we were still fighting for our lives. And it wasn't until the Chelsea game when we went on the run of 5 wins that really pulled us clear. So we're hardened, if you like, to that situation. We're not kidding ourselves. We knew we'd be in a fight for this season, and that's not changed. And now a new manager's come in with fresh ideas. I think that will give us a step towards making sure we stay in the league.
Finally, from me, with the January transfer window, is one of your first recommendations to Alan to hang on to Yannick Bolasie?
Well, not just Yannick. I'm sure we won't lose any players. I'll be amazed if we let any players go. We're happy with the squad we've got. We need to improve it. So I'm sure we won't be losing any.
Keith, I know you spoke after the QPR game saying that the club had already made preparations towards targets for the January window. Has any progress been made with any targets, any negotiations taking place?
Well, we've had to share our thoughts with Alan. He's come in now and he's got to assess the squad really quickly to see what we need. So we've had a chat this morning. He's had a lot of conversations with the chairman, so he knows what we feel we need. He's seen the squad for the last 2 games, and he's got a good idea as well. He was in agreement with what we all thought. So there's targets there. There's a list of players there. I don't know how far down the line we are with them, but he agreed with our assessment of the squad and what we needed to bring in.
Is there a thought of how many you'll try and get in? A striker, perhaps?
Well, there's a few positions. I don't think it's not a massive overhaul we need by any means. We just need maybe 2 or 3 players to enhance what we've already got. We've lost Millen, Jednak, and now Yannick's gone, and they've been 2 key players for us. So we've got to obviously cover them. So I think the quicker we can get players in the door, the better. We don't really want to leave it to the end of January because we've got some important games this month. So we're trying to get some business done as quick as possible.
And finally, obviously with the fixture pile-up, I know you said that you will be playing a strong side. Is that an indication that the FA Cup is still an important competition for Crystal Palace, even though the struggle in the league?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. No, it's the best competition out there, isn't it? Cup competition. So we want to be successful in it. So we're definitely going to put a strong side out, as strong as we can. But we are aware of the amount of games that players have played recently. It's unbelievable, really, that the demands on the players to try and play as many games as they have over Christmas and New Year. So we have got to be careful there. We have got a few knocks, so we'll assess that. They've done a little bit of work today. Some of the lads trained properly and some did a recovery, and we'll have a look again in the morning before we finalise the team.
Keith, you said that you've got a few knocks. Can you just run through the team?
Damien Delaney got a knock in the game, but he managed to play the whole game. So we assess him. He wasn't too bad. James McArthur got a slight knock. So again, is one that we'll assess.
What injuries are those?
Just kicks, really. Just kicks, nothing major. But also we've got some players back and available now from their loans. So today we had a full strength squad as far as numbers were concerned. So there's a few options there as well. Glenn Murray's come back from Reading, Jack Hunt, Guadiera. So there's a few more possibilities that we can add to it.